Merry Christmas, everyone. My name is Bailey Williamson. I'm the winemaker here at Bluegrouse Estate Winery in the beautiful Cowichan Valley. And because Christmas is approaching, we are going to talk about Method Traditional Sparkling Wine. We make the Method Traditional Sparkling Wine Paula. Paula is the owner's daughter, and the inaugural vintage in 2012 was a dedication to her 19th birthday. Usually a large coming out for all young women, and that's where the name comes from. The method we use to make this is a traditional method. So in these bottles, there is still sediment because the bottle has aged already for a minimum of 2 years on the lees, which is the sediment from the second fermentation in the bottle. It is a labor of love because it is not an easy process, nor is it fast. There's a lot of ways one can get bubbles into wine. You can inject it in like they do with Coca-Cola. You can do it in a tank, which is called the Charmat method, which is what Prosecco is. And then you have this traditional method, which is what they do in Champagne, in the region of. And we call it traditional method because you're not allowed to use the word champagne, that is copywritten. Anyhow, what happens is the wine goes in with some more yeast and sugar, and then it ferments in the bottle. It's hard to see, but there's a little core of sediment that sets all along here. It's the interaction of that lees and sediment with the wine over the course of a long time that gives it the richness and the character that is one of the hallmarks of traditional method sparkling wine. So by the time you get a bottle of this traditional method sparkling wine, the chances are it has been touched by myself or someone in our cellar at least 100 times. That is where the extra cost comes in, and the value is in the flavor profile of something that's a bit richer and a bit more interesting than just an injected bottle of wine with bubbles, like if you put it onto your soda stream. I think that sparkling wine in the Cowichan Valley has a great burgeoning history to be made, because what you need for sparkling wine is a fair bit of acidity. We have that in spades in this region. And because we can grow Pinot Noir very well, which is one of the traditional grapes in Champagne and Chardonnay, I think there's a bright future for it in this region. The Paula that we make here originated because we didn't have an excess of Pinot Noir or Chardonnay or Pinot Meunier, the classic grapes in Champagne. So for this, I used Müller-Thurgau, which is an interesting Germanic cross of Riesling, and also Pinot Gris, and also some Ortega that we had. So it's a bit odd, but I think it works. We're gonna open this now. There we go, that little sound. As we start to make more Pinot Noir, as we start to make more Pinot Noir and Chardonnay and Pinot Meunier, we will be able to do the more classic version of this. Look at the mousse, nice, and you can see the fine bubbles going up. Oh yeah. They often refer to a sort of brioche or biscuit type character in traditional method sparkling wine. What happens when the yeast cells break down in here is it creates that, and that's one of the hallmarks of good champagne is that sort of brioche character, which we're getting in that. And it takes at least 2 years in the bottle, aging on the lees, to achieve that. The Paula is available through the wine club, also through the website, or at the winery, and a few other selected private retailers in your region. Over this holiday season, we wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.